Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. My name is Thomas. I am a regional flight attendant. Today I begin a 4-day trip. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. If you worked, I do appreciate it. You know, that you were working during the holidays while we got to spend time with our family. Today I just started with a Deadhead to Detroit, sat in Detroit for 3 hours. Then I do 2 turns out of Indianapolis, just basically Detroit to Indianapolis, back to Detroit, sit for 2 hours, then I go back to Indianapolis, and I end about 7 o'clock today. At the end of this trip, I do have my face-to-face 2 days after the end of this trip, so I'm still preparing for that. And other than that, that's all that I have for you today. Hopefully everybody is staying safe, staying warm, and hopefully just enjoy and count down the days to Christmas. But I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Indianapolis. Everybody, so I made it here to Indianapolis. Today was pretty much a long day, given that I had 1 day off, really didn't get any sleep going into Thanksgiving, got up early on Thanksgiving, and then had to leave, you know, early on Thanksgiving so I can get to bed, and still didn't get enough sleep. But today was a 12, almost a 13-hour duty day, but we only got paid for 5.5 hours that's how much the due day was worth. So that was a lot of sitting. Granted, I think our company could have put, even though it was a Deadhead, we could have taken a later flight to Detroit and still made it to our flight that we were supposed to do from Detroit to Indianapolis versus having to be at the airport at 6:15. But it is what it is. You got to roll with the punches. Again, I swapped for this because it was more credit hour than my original trip, so it is. But other than that, just besides today's being long, I am sleepy. Like, I'm actually going to go to bed a little bit early. We have a 5:47 van in the morning with the 6:15 report, but tomorrow's only 2 legs, and I'm 2 and done, and that'll be all. But I'll catch you guys in the morning once I get up for day 2. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2 of 4, and yeah, it's still early. I feel a little bit tired still, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna push through the day. Just 2 legs today from Indianapolis to JFK, and then I sit for 2 hours, and then I do from JFK to Raleigh, Durham, and then I'm done for the day before 2 o'clock today, I think. And I still get to catch a couple of football games that started at 12 that I wanted to watch. And hopefully we're gonna see that this day goes very uneventful. JFK is a little bit different than LaGuardia. Like, I've never had, like, the delays that you have in LaGuardia, I rarely have those in JFK for whatever reasons. I don't know why. I can't tell you what's the difference in logistics at this moment in time. I'm pretty sure once I think about it, I'll be able to tell you. But I like going out of JFK versus LaGuardia if I had to choose. But yeah, we don't have those type of same delays in LaGuardia like we do in JFK. So it should be pretty smooth and not too many delays. Unless it's weather related, because you know, sometimes, especially now in the northern part of the states, it's starting to snow. Like when I was in Detroit yesterday, it started to snow, but it stopped immediately, about like 20 minutes. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Raleigh. So I made it here to Raleigh today. It was fairly uneventful today, with the exception this morning. A guy, he paid extra for first class, and he was kind of upset because he wasn't one of the first ones on the plane, and there were no overhead bin space in first class for his bag. So, and I think his frustration started before he even got on board. I think it started before when he booked a flight, called customer service, because he did mention customer service during his ranting. But he got on and there was no overhead bin space for his bags. And I got it. I understand. You pay all this money for first class, and we don't have overhead bin spaces on both sides. In first class, it's only on one side, which, again, I mean, can't do anything about the design of the plane. But he was, you know, I listened to him, so I understood. But he eventually was in a better mood once we sat down, and then the Wi-Fi didn't work. And I was just like, oh my God. it's just one thing after another. Like the Wi-Fi, we took that same plane yesterday and the Wi-Fi worked fine. And then this morning it didn't work. Then we stayed on the same plane coming back here to Raleigh and it started back working again. And on the flight coming here from New York, some lady was walking too close to someone boarding, and the person had a puller. She was pulling her bag, and the girl behind her just started tripping over her bag. And I don't know how old most of you are that watch this video, but if you remember your parents doing this when they had to stop like really fast, that's what I had to do to stop her from falling into the galley. But other than that, that is all that happened today. And I'm finna get ready to watch some football, which I'm watching right now. So that's why my eyes are going back and forth to the screen. But I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I have a 4:57 van and a 5:15 report. So I'll see you guys. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 3. It is early. I'm tired still. My body is still laying in the bed. My brain is like, get up. So I'm kind of in between right now. But today is my longest day. Well, not longest day, but the most legs that I've had since this trip. So I go from Raleigh to DCA, which is DC, Reagan, back to Raleigh, sit for an hour and a half, and then I do a Miami, Florida turn. And then I'm done by like 4 o'clock. Hopefully we get done a little bit earlier. Hopefully these Miami passengers, you know, act accordingly, because everybody have heard horror stories about flights to Miami. But hopefully everything goes smoothly, uneventful, because we like an uneventful day. That's about it. That's all I have for you. The rest I'll talk to you about a little bit later, so that way I can wake up and get my thoughts together, because like I said, my mind is telling me, yeah, I have to go to work, but I'm really right here in this bed still. So I'm finna get ready and go down to the van. Like I said, I have a 4:47 van. Why is it on that time? I don't know, but it's a 5:15 report. But I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get back to Raleigh. So I'll be back here tonight anyway. So I'll see you guys later on. Hello everybody, so I made it back to Raleigh, and let's just say today was uneventful, but it was not uneventful, if that makes any sense. Like going to DC and back was just fine. Miami, on the other hand, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but it was 80% of the people in main cabin were sitting in the wrong seats. The only people that were sitting in the right seats are the people that was in the very last row, because you can't mess that up. And they wore us out with the liquor. They drunk everything to where we almost didn't have enough coming back. And by the time we landed in Raleigh, liquor cart was empty. Drink cart was empty. So we didn't have anything besides water. That was the only thing that we had left, was water. And then people, if you're flying and you go use the bathroom, make sure you close the door behind you. Don't leave it open. Our lab needed changing. It smelled like 18-day-old seafood boil sitting in the Arizona sun. That's what our lab smelled like, and everybody kept leaving the door open, and I'm sitting in the back by the lab. And that's all I kept smelling. But other than that, today was, like I said, Miami went better than I thought it was, because I've heard horror stories about, you know, just Miami routes and the crowds and everything, but it went a lot better and a lot smoother than I thought. A few masks, you know, we had to say, hey, put your mask on, but nothing too serious. Tomorrow's go home day. I'm working first class, and that's about it. You know, I need to go to sleep. I got about 5 hours of sleep last night, but it's too early because it's only 5 o'clock here, and I don't want to fall asleep too early. But I'll see you guys tomorrow once I get up for day 4.
Watch me, watch you see that. I don't wanna be there. Watch me, watch you see that. I don't wanna be there.
So I made it home, went and got a haircut. So I'm here to close out the video. Today's flights were very easy and short, ended with a deadhead to close out the month. Pretty much all my trips started with a deadhead, and I ended with a deadhead. So it was, I can say November was a pretty easy month, you know, not too uneventful. Very uneventful, I should say. I'm off for 3 days. I have my face-to-face, And then I start December, and December is going to be kind of a tricky month, I should say, or a working month, I should say, because I have 102 hours for December, which that is a lot considering regional versus mainline, but that is a lot. But other than that, I'm going to enjoy my off days. As always, hug on the ones that you love. Tell the ones that you love them.